Hey, yo, it's Mr. Random Pop Culture News Freak here, aka Mr. Manny Wolverine. You guys are interested in outdoor sports channel on my social media links, such as Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, writing on Reddit once in a while too, and of course, sometimes Twitter X, and rarely, not all the time, DeviantArt, and all the other good stuff. Anyways, like, share, comment, make sure you leave a like and all the other good stuff, upvote, download. Anyways. And of course, if you really like my content, really gives a rap's butthole about my freaking content here on YouTube and any other social media platforms, please hit the bell notification and truly give a rat's butthole about my freaking content on this freaking channel. Subscribe. My fellow awesome, amazing, wonderful subscribers, and of course everyone else in between. Or if you're just brand new here, if you've never been my subscriber in a while, or maybe you're a brand new person just found my freaking channel out of the middle of the blue. Middle of nowhere, who knows? And you're a brand new freaking watcher, and new audience member, new human being. Please stick around as long as you can. And if not, I totally understand it's a one-time thing. Anyways, yeah, all that good stuff. So I know this is a little bit of a week ago, 6 days, going on almost 6.5 days ago. Wilie Coyote versus freaking Tomcat, aka I thought it was the 70s, 80s version of Tomcat, like that other one, those Snugglepuss. Way before I was alive. Both of these came out before I was even existing. Except I think the Tom and Jerry kids show, that was the little baby toddler version of them. It was like 1991, 92. Well, I was still a baby myself when that actually came out. I know that one came out when I was alive, but the ones that was like from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, those ones way before I was alive. Same with the Wile E. Coyote one too. So without further ado, I only got like 3, maybe 4. A little bit of story news time, internet. 2 of them is internet drama news. One has to do with freaking. I never thought in a billion years I'd talk about it, but I'm gonna talk about it for a tiny little bit. Had to do with freaking the man, the myth, the legend himself, Death Stranding 2, Hideo Kojima. And then he said like something about one of his comments being cringe or whatever on Twitter or Instagram somewhere, or TikTok, I don't know. And then the last little bit has something to do with VTuber news, which I missed last month. I don't know how in the fucking hell I missed that shit. Because I watch both of them almost every weekend. So I don't know how the fuck I miss these VTuber chicks. It's hilarious. Anyways, yeah. 3, 2, 1, let's get it in. I already watched the first half of things before they get into the fight. I'll never get to the beginning part of it because it's a lot of boring mumble jumble like mathematics and science and all that other stuff. As I grew up with a lot of that stuff when I used to show them Boomerang and Cartoon Network and fucking what else. Once in a while Jetix too. And even on Kids WB and Fox Kids. I grew up with a lot of that shit when I was a 90s kid, 2000s, early preteen at the time. So without further ado, let's jump into it. 3, 2, 1, let's get in it. I hope whichever one wins, I kind of want Wile E. Coyote win a little bit more, but if Tom wins, Tom and Jerry wins, I'm cool with that too.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities. It's time for a death battle! I was going to do commercials, so I'll see you guys in a second. And we're back. Let's finally watch this thing. I know I'm way over a week late, 6.5 days, but I had a lot of shit I had to do. So let's truly waited for almost a whole damn week to finally get in this, because I do a lot of overtime work. So finally enjoy myself, be at peace with this. And it's in the daytime when I'm doing it too, thank God. Domestic Uh-oh. Raider Road Runner. Oh, this is Reapers. Oh, Lord, what is that? I have no idea he did that weird, creepy ass like. He sounded like the dude that was Mr. Smith from the Matrix 1, 2, and 3. Hugo Weaving that fights the younger version of Keanu Reeves' character, Neo. That was freaky as shit. I know he does that little iconic. That thing, I can't do it. You know. Oh, he's gonna win. It's totally okay with the video. You know you can die, right? That's the thing. I always love to do it. And Kenny himself is relatable. Because they always live all the time.
Come on, you apes! You want to live forever!
Oh, one of them means they're going to bring back his old British accent. One for Wile Coyote. If they make Tonka talk. I never heard him talk before. That's freaky. Unless it was from that live action movie they did like 2-3 years ago. Maybe that's where I got that from. I'm not sure. Invisible. Oh my god. Oh. Goes on. Uh-oh. My god. I did that old school freaking trick. Cool. Oh yeah, the cats with the 9 lives joke. I get that. All cats have 9 lives before they die. Or get unalived. So I gotta be fucking peachy with YouTube. No, I'm not getting paid by it, but whatever. The Wile Coyote one, that's still crazy, man. He's a little smart ass POS motherfucker, but he's freaking funny. I love him.
Wile E. Coyote.
Oh,
super genius.
That's all, folks.
KO! Oh, thank God one of them actually died this time. I mean, no! Animal cruelty, no!
Oh.
Considering coyotes eat cats, I'm not surprised.
While both Cat and Coyote were incredibly powerful, they weren't literal gods who could snap their problems away. They had limitations and weaknesses that could be exploited, especially by each other. Let's first talk their stats.
Both were strong enough to contend with universe-threatening phenomena, but
I'm gonna make it a little faster here. I'm sorry, guys. Not because it's boring. It's just I want to worry with too much of the stuff. So let's keep it moving. All right. So hopefully forgive me on that. Original link to the videos down below.
comparing Wilie to Plucky Duck, Looney Tunes can not only destroy their own universe, but their animators as well.
And while Tom could move faster than light, Wilie could keep up with the Roadrunner, who could outspeed a car fast enough to travel through time. That's immeasurably fast, and much faster than Tom. Wilie gets the edge in stats.
Wilie's arsenal was a bit better too, believe it or not. Even eliminating the devices that have been shown to malfunction, he still countered everything Tom had.
The biggest being the Looney DNA Dissolver, which could render Tom's cartoony healing factor moot and end the fight.
While Tom has never been shown to have Looney DNA specifically, the concept clearly has nothing to do with actual DNA molecules.
Looney Tunes have been erased completely and still returned, so it's clearly something more fundamental to their essence.
And since the Dissolver works on any tunes, not just the Looney ones, it should apply to Tom. But considering how much of a screw-up Wilie is, it wasn't a sure bet. Hell, it could have backfired, especially considering how much more competent Tom is.
When it came to intelligence, Wiley's engineering and scheming genius were often defeated by his own ego and stubbornness. Tom, on the other hand, was consistently more flexible, pragmatic, and victorious in his fights. He definitely gets the edge there.
Oh, and Tom has one other big advantage. He doesn't have God nerfing him.
And that's the big question. Was Tom capable enough to benefit from Wiley's narrative-enforced bad luck and see the DNA dissolver backfire against him?
That bad luck is a core part of Wiley's character as a cartoon. So let's call it his, toonliness.
To find the answer, we dug deep through the bowels of Looney Tunes lore and ended up in an unexpected place. Space Jam.
Where Wilie yet again fails against the Roadrunner, but against the
first one that Michael Jordan was in before they did the other version that had LeBron James years later. Don't even tell me how much of a piece of shit that one was. It has nothing to do with race or ethnicity. It kind of got preachy and woke and a lot of stuff, especially with the other dude, the one that was Robert Downey Jr.'s friend in that movie, Iron Man 1, 2, and 3. And then he made his own show. I want to keep calling him Chadwick Boseman. That's the one that passed away or that played freaking, what was his fucking name? Black Panther. That was the other dude that played freaking War Machine. I can't believe I forgot his name because the first time I ever saw him in the movie was like that movie he did with Adam Sandler. It was called Rain on Me or whatever. Man, what the fuck was that dude's name? But he ended up being the villain in that movie. LeBron James and his son had to stop him. In that film. That was crazy because they were the good guys and the other ones bad guys. I can't believe I forgot that dude's name, man. Fuck, man. And he ended up being real preachy and wokey. He starts putting us all as Democrats spiel shit on there. Fuck, it was annoying as hell. I lost a lot of my respect to him as an actor. Let's fun.
villains of the movie, the Monstars, he actually scores.
And scores again in the sequel, more than anyone else. But according to Chuck Jones's rules, that shouldn't happen, right?
Throughout his entire history, Wiley's cosmically ordained failures only occur when he's specifically chasing the Roadrunner, or other toons the plot bends around like bugs, because that's what Chuck Jones's rules were written for, Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons.
And even then, looking closely, they've been broken a few times throughout the decades, even during Chuck Jones's tenure.
Without the universe nerfing him, there's no reason to think Wilie couldn't eventually land a hit with the Looney DNA dissolver.
Especially when the only reason it failed was because of the Roadrunner's intervention, a direct violation of Chuck Jones's limitations on the Coyote.
And especially when it's the only thing that either one had that could kill the other.
Despite lacking Wiley's narrative impediments, and despite having a better track record overall, Tom ultimately had no surefire way to kill Wilie, whereas Wiley's superior strength, speed, and looting arsenal ensured his victory.
Wilie gave one hell of a chase and left Tom Jones in for a rematch.
The winner is Wile Coyote.
Next time on Death Battle.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Freaking no. Deku Fool from Hero Academia versus Malmar. I might have to check that one out. Not my own time, but I'll see you guys in a second when the commercial's done. Because, I definitely got to react to that one. So, see you guys in a quick second. Alright, so overall thoughts, views, opinions, and speculations, takes, vibes, and my viewpoints on it. What do I feel about it? Where do I begin? Oh my god. Oh, and if you're wondering why I keep getting these, I was watching a shit ton for the past 3 weeks at least. Shit ton of them. A lot of Lost Media Iceberg shit. A lot of the stuff got found. I've seen 4 parts. He gets a quick shout out, even though he's got like 400,000 or 500,000 plus subscribers that do Swords and Brew. He did like 3 or 4 of those videos of found Lost Media footage. So shout outs to him and Faster Chemo. There's a bunch of other guys out there that do the Iceberg videos. No, it's a real old ass freaking time of YouTube from the early 2020s, because by the time 2022 or 2023 came around, it became less popular, but I still like watching them every now and then. I indulge myself with a shitload of it, especially this month. But getting back to this one, thoughts, views, opinions, speculations, and takes for real now. For reals, for reals. I got my wish. Wile freaking Coyote, not only did he talk the last 5 seconds of the victory, he won the freaking match. So bad fucking ass. And it just takes me a lot of nostalgia vibes, because when I was a 90s, 2000s kid teenager, I used to love, before even I got into anime and manga stuff, before like 1999, 2000, when I started watching more anime and manga, when it came to Toonami, first came to the United States, and the first 3 animes I ever watched. If you've been on my channel long enough, you know what they are. And all 891 of you guys, it's crazy. I thought I had 900 subscribers, but I don't know, some of you guys left, or some of you guys stood, I'm not sure. But, you know, I think the first 3 original anime manga series I ever watched, it was on Toonami, was the Tenchi Muyo series, and the other one, and I want to say it was Speed Racer, but it was another version. That one, Fist of the North Star, I think was the second version. And it was either a tie between Rurouni Kenshin or Flint the Time Detective. And then after that, the other three big, massively monumental ones, that took a hold on my life for a long time, even my early mid-30s. Well, actually, my late 20s, I got bored of it, which is the Pokemon anime series, and then the Dragon Ball Z series, and Digimon series. Obviously, those three. And then a couple other ones in the late 2000s, like all the original versions for Fullmetal Alchemist, and Inuyasha, Zatch Bell, One Piece. The first 3 seasons, the 4th one I didn't care for after that. And a couple other things like, let's see, stuff that used to be on after Toonami kind of left, but it came back years later. The Maguzi shit came around. You know, a lot of them are from Paris, France, which is crazy as hell. Like the Totally Spies thing, Code Lyoko, and Galaxy something, I forgot what it was. A couple other ones that were out there. Those are still pretty fun to watch too. And what else? And then Toonami did come. Obviously Naruto. That took a shit ton of time of my life away. But hell, I still got the freaking this right here. To prove that. I'm still a weeaboo at heart. Even though I'm a grown ass man, I still gotta pay my bills and taxes, gotta go to work my job from 9 to 5 and all that. So I got 3.5 hours before I start work, so I gotta be on the ball big time for that shit. But thank God Saturday or Sunday I'll be off tomorrow. But the thing is, you guys are watching, I'll be off today. But what else is there? Yeah, there was a lot of like old school nostalgia I have with the original Space Jam, the Looney Tunes series. Tiny Toons was the one I grew up with. I remember I was alive to see all of that shit compared to the Looney Tunes, because all of those cartoons came out from the 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. During my great grandparents' time, then my grandparents' time, and then my parents' times, and my uncles and aunts' times. And then they had the other shit like Hanna-Barbera, Tex Avery Show, Oh Canada. And because I wasn't that far away, after I moved out of like the whole Spanish Harlem, New York, I moved to upstate New York for about 4 years, and after that, that's when I moved to Desert out here in Vegas later on, 2002. It's funny, this thing's gonna be like 23 or 24 years next month, July 15th. It's crazy, almost like 2.5 decades since I've been out in this crazy desert shithole. Anyways, yeah, so I have a lot of nostalgia vibes, a lot of old school childhood memories I used to hold dearly. I used to have all the clothes, I used to have all the merchandise and all the other stuff. I used to have the cartoons, I used to have all the old comic books for the Looney Tunes, especially more with Tiny Toons than I did with Looney Tunes. I had the SNES games, the NES games, the freaking PS1, PS2 games for it, out of the racing clone games that Mario Kart did and Crash Bandicoot, and the other one Disney Racing XD at the time. That was a real huge thing at the time. So that was a very, very huge part of my childhood at the time. It was beautiful. Massive just kiss of a childhood I used to have. I think my favorite 3 characters from the old original Looney Tunes was probably Sylvester Tweety and Daffy Duck, because I like Donald Duck a lot from freaking Disney, and that means I love Daffy Duck a lot more, especially when they did the whole Duck Dodgers 21st Century shit. I used to make me laugh my ass off every fucking time. I used to watch on Saturday morning or Saturday night cartoons, Cartoon Network at that time. And who else? I think it was a tie between Tasmanian Devil and Porky Pig. Bugs was alright too, but he is kind of annoying as shit sometimes. Sometimes he was an asshole to everybody, and sometimes he was really cool to everyone. Even though it's kind of an a-hole to like mainly Elmer Fudd and Daffy Duck. And sometimes he was funny, and then sometimes he was kind of a dickhead to everybody too. He's a smart ass POS. And it's funny because when I used to watch Tiny Toons, there was that crossover universe sometimes that all the original Looney Tunes. There's probably thousands of videos on YouTube and Twitch and all that other shit out there. There's probably a lot of Twitch live streams I might talk about it occasionally. Rarely, probably. Or Kick even. But I remember there was a time like with the professors in the original Looney Tunes that used to be called Merry Medley Productions, and it became Warner Bros. Later on. They're the ones that end up being the teachers and professors. Like Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, and Bugs Bunny were the teachers for Babs Bunny, and then the other dude, Buster Bunny and Plucky Duck. And they were just all the junior versions, like short stock versions. And I think Montana Max was supposed to be like Elmer Fudd or Yosemite Samson, one of those two. And Elmira, I don't know who she was supposed to be. I guess the great granddaughter of Elmer Fudd. I don't know. Or like the granny chick for Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries later on. That was a lot of good ass time. I used to have posters of that shit from the Space Jam series. And I used to have a lot of old school merchandise of the cartoons. Even though it was a cheaply made Chinese products, they had from McDonald's and Burger King. I used to, like 7 and 12-year-old me had all the fucking toys for that. And I was 13 before I moved to Vegas. I had a big ass car of 3 big giant barrels of these toys from Hot Wheels and Looney Tunes and Disney. I gave them all the way to my cousins that were younger than me. I wish I would have fucking kept those things, man. Even though they would have worth hunters maybe thousands of dollars besides the money equation. Oh, I wish I would have fucking kept it just for the childhood memories. Cause a lot of them are probably all gone now. And it's like 700-800 miles away from me now. Or 1,000 miles away, I don't know. Anyways, and the last final thing I'll say is this. They were very clever on the music that they used. They used all those ancient old school piano tones and all that. They wrote crazy, erratic, super fast noise and little explosions here and there and getting hit by cars and trucks and shit like that. Because obviously in real life that's not funny. It's extremely dangerous and it's fucking really, really scary shit because you will get unalived really, really badly. Or as a young Gen Z kids like to say, isekai or esekai. Oh my god, if you're a real hardcore anime weeaboo talk, you know what isekai means. And it's funny because they even had like, I was hoping to get a lot more time if it would have been like Jerry the Mouse versus freaking the Roadrunner. The ones that are always trying to like unalive and take out all the time and make their dinner. And they fail thousands of episodes later. They still keep failing. Wile, Coyote, and Tomcat always fail to never eat their freaking enemy, ever. That's what makes it so hilarious. That's what I love about them. I never seen that whole DNA or Looney Tune raid thing. Now, that must have been a newer thing they did in the 2010s or 2020s. Because once 2009, 2010 came around, the only 3 cartoons I was watching in the early 2010s and 2007, 2013 at the earliest was the regular show thing, that season 2 and 3 of Gumball, and I'm trying to think of another one. Not Chowder. That thing used to annoy the fuck out of me. That one and Clarence annoyed the shit out of me. I think Jim Partner's Monkey, and then that was it. I didn't watch Cartoon Network ever again after that. Because that's when they started getting all preachy and woke, and they're doing a stupid ass fucking preachy garbage ass fucking marijuana bullshit. Not marijuana. Diarrhea bullshit. Like Steven Universe, and they fucked up Ben 10 really bad. They made a lot of shit that are way, way worse. No offense to anyone that's LGBTQIA, they, them community, but they fucked up real extra bad on that. You already know my stance on that, unfortunately. It's a very, very bad, negative fucking looking stance, too. Sorry. And that's it. So let's get on to the internet news. I think I freaking talked enough, and I'll see you guys in a second. So this one's like about 3 weeks old, like 14, 16 days ago. I heard it from a dude from way, way back in the day. I'll leave the link to his channel down below. He had a full video down there below. He used to talk about that fool, the Onion Boy, and Nisian a bunch of times, and Blair White a bunch of times, and a lot of old school drama videos, and now he's a bus driver. Congratulations to him. So I'll leave the link down. This video. He did a way better video on it compared to what I'll ever do. But it was a OF fans thing or whatever. I don't want to get too deep, and I'm just going to read the freaking title, because there's, I'm not going to say not safe for word pictures of her, because when it comes to the OF fans least shit, and it's mainly softcore prom. That's what it is. Or hardcore prom. You got to pay a lot of money for it, like 20, 40, 50, 100, $200 for it every week or every month. Compared to the old school way, you just get corn for free. Anyways, this one's called Celebrity News. I'm not really going to fuck about it too much, because I didn't even know the hell this freaking cunt whore was until later. Did Bonnie Blue get banned from OF, can't say that, or Fansly, violating TOS service with petting zoo stunt? That's the one there, and that's the only one I'm going to show you right now. So I'll just read like 2 of the paragraphs. So this is like a long, long ass freaking thing. So there's that. It says, days after Bonnie Blue was set up to heat her petting zoo challenge, reports swirled around the creator was banned from OF, the corn site. Let's just say that, softcore corn. Extreme challenge content is not available on OF, aka Fansly site, where I can just do. Some girls probably think they're probably real pretty there too, and they're probably lesbians, but whatever. Is not, quote, permitted under acceptable use of policy term of service. No, it's a real quote. Alright, spokesperson told Us Weekly in a statement, any breach of terms of services results in content or account deactivation. So they're not effing around with that, man. This lady fucked up real bad. making a real good gig and a lot of money. So she screwed up. And this one I heard, this one was spreading like freaking wildfire. I haven't talked about this dude in what, 2-3 years? This fool is back. The one that was taking all those steroid injection shits. He's back again. The man himself, disgraced influencer Mr. Liver King, gets arrested, Texas, after calling out Joe Rogan in an unhinged post. This comes from Richard Polina and Natalie O'Neill. So about 3 days ago. So I'll read a tiny bit about it. I don't know if I want to do a separate video on it, because everyone knows who the fuck Joe Rogan is, man. That man is literally like the Coke and Pepsi of freaking podcasts. Everyone knows. That's like freaking typical average bacon. He's like freaking old school freaking pizza and hamburgers and hot dogs and fries. So like, we don't know who Joe Rogan is. You've probably been living under a freaking rock for a long ass time. So let's move on. Disgraced influencer Liver King learned about his line for his muscular physique being down to a goblin raw organs. What? Being down to gobbling. Oh, gobbling. I thought it said goblin. Raw organs and even those words, testes. Was arrested in Texas after challenging Joe Rogan to a fight for a bizarre social media post to YouTubers whose real name was, Brian Johnson. That's what his name was. Was charged Tuesday making a, can't say that word, say NSFW or physical altercations, threats soon after traveling to Rogan's home, stating they posted alarming videos about, quote, picking a fight with a podcaster, at one point holding what appears to be 2 pew-pews. Oh, this dude was really ready to do something to this dude, so he is crazy as fuck. So it says yada yada. Johnson, who was forced to be admitted in 2022, has the ripped physique, which really went to $11,000 a month steroids. Oh, that's real bad. Who was booked in the Travis County Jail in Austin at 8:31 p.m. Tuesday. Online records show further detail of his arrest and its possible link to Joe Rogan was not immediately known. There was even a video of the dude, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Even though I found out years later in 2013 or 14, it was just an NSA, FBI, CIA show that was really working for them, the NSA and all that. And then he ended up being buddies with freaking Trump. I'm not even getting in that fucking goddamn territory. AJ, Mr. What's it called? AJ, the Turning the Frogs Gay Jones, Mr. Jones. If you know, you know. He was even talking about it. I saw a video real quick on Twitter. I don't know if it was on Twitter or Instagram or it was a YouTube short or whatever I saw from. I guess he's not banned from YouTube anymore. Because that's crazy, because I remember way back in the day, that was 2017 or 18. No, 2013 or 14, or 2017 or 18. One of those 2 years he got banned. I think 2020 or 2021 when the lockdowns were happening, I think he came back again. And they allowed him. I think after 2022, maybe they allowed him to come back. So I didn't even know that fool was back, because, yeah, even though he did take out a lot, he did talk a lot of beliefs and shit. He brainwashed the fuck out of me thinking he was the truth, and he was about alternative media news and all that shit. I followed that dude like a fucking puppy dog until I found out he was working, I think, for the FBI or NSA or CIA. That shit shattered me, bro, when I found that out. I don't know, allegedly. You can't believe everything you say and hear and see on the internet. That's the misinformation, disinformation, but he's still in that whole left-right paradigm. He's hardcore Republican. He's very, very hardcore conservative, and he lives in Texas, too. He's got that real iconic voice. Like, you know, some people, they think he looks like that dude, even before I was born. I think Bill Hicks. But you know who I'm talking about, Mr. Jones. What is it? They're turning the frogs gay. That guy. But you know who I'm talking about. But yeah, man, this is crazy. This dude had, what, hundreds of millions of dollars, and he still wanted to pick a fight with Joe Rogan, man? Now, this fool, mentally, physically, not physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually, he needs help big time, bro. You're a grown-ass 50, 55, 60-year-old dude. Actually, no. He's like 49 or 51 or 48. I don't know. So he's not old enough to be my dad's, more old enough to be my little brother or whatever. But man, he's a stupid-ass fucking retard for like, not even just posting about harassing, making videos and wanting to fight Joe Rogan, but I don't know how he's found his real life IRL address or IRL place where he lives at, or the place where he makes podcasting at. Oh, man. But that dude, he probably has a lot of guns in his house, too, because it's Texas, man. Almost everyone, no offense. A lot of you fools out there have a lot of pows over there. Over here, it's kind of even out here. But yeah, I don't know, I might make a separate video on that, who knows. Maybe reacting to the whole video too, because I didn't watch it. Oh, there's this one here. It was the thing about Hideo Kojima, like he was saying that like if his I haven't talked about this dude in a while, the one who made Death Stranding 1 and 2 and the icon, the legendary GOAT himself that created the whole Metal Gear Solid series. I think it was something about him feeling that it was cringe or whatever. I don't know which one it was. It was somewhere around here. Fuck. There's still one more I want to talk about too. Alright, I think this was right here. I usually don't like reading from thegamer.com or IGN, but I'm going to do it real quick. It says, yes, Death Stranding 2's cringe, obscure references, Easter eggs were all put in code by Mr. Kojima himself. This comes from Gotta Credit's Due, yada yada. Vicky Blake. It says, in case you were wondering about the Easter eggs from almost 4 days ago, it's not that long ago. Yada yada. Easter eggs sprinkled throughout Death Stranding 2 was indeed created by the game creator, Mr. Hideo Kojima himself. Japanese language interview from Gamatsu? Oh no, GameSpark. That was Gamatsu. Kojima revealed that when he begged his staff to include little jokes and secrets to find the players to find, his team would pretend to know what he was talking about. As all the other stuff was added by me, Kojima translated by automation. Even if I said the staff, please put them in, they would just say, huh? And pretend not to know that we had it. I'm not reading all this shit. You guys can read it if you want. So it goes on to say, Mr. Kojima suggested a location of the games where fans could go to see an example of something. He added a quote, if you look up into the sky at night in a hot spring, you can see a very beautiful sky, quote. And Kojima said again, if you look and zoom in there, various things will appear, so please play around with it, unquote. What you may find is not to be everyone's taste, however, quote, it might cause a certain people to cringe hard. Kojima said, we recently learned that Kojima changed the game halfway through because playtesting results were, quote, too good and he doesn't want his work to be mainstream. Oh, so he wants to be a lot more different than the other stuff. Okay. And the last one here, it's VTuber news, I think. I'm hoping it's VTuber news. Alright, it was. Alright, hold on. It's not that one. It's this one. These two. I never thought these two did a collab with each other, but they did. I know this one hasn't been guilty of anything. The blue one here. This freaking Cerberus dog chick. I talked about her a couple times in the past. Spite. But I didn't know she did a collab with this one. I mean, she already got into trouble like 2 times already, man. Shelby, or better known as Miss Tricky Week, is I remember this chick way back in the day. And I know I sound like a broken record whenever I talk about her. Like, she used to be like a Pokemon channel back in the day. She used to do like top 10, top 30 fusions, and she made her own little music here and there. She used to like doing high pitched voices, and she did a lot of freaking Nintendo and Sony freaking video games on Twitch when she showed her IRL physical real life face all the time. This one, I have no idea what this one looks like, Spike. Now this one, I know what this one looks like IRL. Tricky. But this one, I have no idea what she looks like IRL, period. And she's probably a stereotype blonde girl, whatever, because she sounds like that Valley girl accent type of thing, but she's hilarious as fuck. Super cute as shit. The model's super fine as fuck, sexy as hell. Super, super extra. Funny enough. Oh! Bianca's because sexy, hot, it's beautiful. I would simp the hell out of that if I was Gen Z or Gen Alpha again. Woo! Jesus, man, the new model she got, oh, it's banging, sexy, yeah, bro. That is freaking fire lit, bro. Whatever Gen Z says. And for them, I guess it would be like Gooner Bait or whatever. Whatever the fuck else they say. I sound so cringe saying that. It's almost my late 30s next year. But yeah. I didn't know they were doing a collab together to watch this musical thing. Epic. That's crazy, man. Wasn't that the one that was like based on the Wizard of Oz thing? I don't know. But I don't know. I know some people still hate this girl for what she said last year about, you know, the former president that was former, now is the current president, Mr. Trump. Oh, man. That's the shit she got in trouble for real bad last time. And she was friends with Cinder for a while, but she didn't know that all that evilness that she was doing behind closed doors. I don't know. I don't know any of these people IRL. I have no fucking clue, but the parasocial relation is a lot more extra dangerous with VTubers compared to like real life people. It's still bad for them too. Because literally the other day, the freaking mainstream media celebrity dude that was doing a Formula One movie, Brad Pitt, his freaking house got broken into. His mansion got destroyed. Literally got ransacked. So that's crazy, man. And they didn't even know. It's 3 people that tried to steal all his shit. I mean, the dude's a millionaire, probably a billionaire at this point, so he could probably replace any of it. Unless it was like really ancient family heirlooms he got from his great-great-grandparents or something that's irreplaceable. And he's probably never going to get that back again. It's crazy because it happened a month ago with the whole Jennifer Aniston thing. I didn't talk about it, but man, some stalker fool was going after her. And the VTubers now, they got to worry about stalking shit too. So the conventions are probably going to be less and less and less and shorter and shorter and signier. Unfortunately. It's just how it is. Anyway, so I'll say for now, I'm out here. It's from May 25th. I can't believe I missed this last month. Hopefully there's like clips of it because I love the fuck out of this girl's voice. When she sings, it's super sexy as hell. The Spite chick. Tricky Wee sings. She kind of lost my respect. Not because of all the whole politics and all that, but wishing, unalivingness and persons to get brains to get splattered everywhere and thinking that's a good thing. That is way, way fucking ultra evil. I don't like that. I'm not trying to say I'm holier or now and I'm better than they are and I haven't made mistakes like that. I said a lot of nasty, evil, toxic shit when I was in middle school, high school, back in the old school MySpace, Newgrounds, nothing toxic, and fucking tiny chat URL era. So I know I ain't doing this in age no reason, but luckily a lot of that shit's gone now, thank God. That's all I can say for now out here, and that's it. I will see you guys soon. Peace out once again. I'm going to leave you with this. Not that one. Not with that either. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros and men. Fanboys and famous as always. Talkers and Nikki, what is that? Will soon as you. And it's a day of good night, wherever you're at in the world or universe out there doing things one thing at the same time. Don't think they're reckless. Keep it calm, cool, chill, collective, and chilly and easy out there. Stay tuned for your conscious channel, video game industry news, and manga news, Twitch YouTube drama news, virtual YouTuber drama news, sports Kita, Dexterdo news. I know I haven't done news on any of those two in a while from now, and that Park Place news, but hopefully I get to it one of these days. And of course, other stuff like Elon Musk news once in a while, and of course, virtual VTuber drama news, and other stuff like the main stuff, like I usually react to, like video game industry news, and of course, indie cartoon news, indie cartoon news, reaction videos to that, and reaction videos to like movie trailers, live action movie trailers, and reaction videos to Death Battle shit like this one, and reaction review segment videos to like either indie games or AAA games. And that's it. Take it easy. Peace out. My soccer out. Lazy bye. See you on the flip side. Take it easy. I'm out. And peace out. Lazy bye. See you on the flip side. And stay tuned for Chicago's channel and all that good stuff. Oh, once in a while, once every year or two, I might do a TCG opening. Who knows? And of course, don't take it in the jab, and don't believe anything big pharma, big corporation, big tech, or any of them says. Don't take any of the jabs or any of that stuff. Any of the freaking nanobites or freaking hydrogel. Stay the far the hell away from those MFers. That stuff will unalive you way early age. All right, take it easy. I'm going out. Goodbye. Stay tuned for more content. More future content on this channel, more future reaction commentary segment videos on this channel. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take it easy, stay extra, stay cautious. Bye, I'm going out. If you live in the United States, happy early 4th of July, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, goodbye, I'm gone. Stay tuned for commentary and rant videos on this channel. I'll see you guys in the next future video whenever I decide to pop one out. Alright, take care, goodbye, I'm gone. See you guys soon. Goodbye, I'm out. See you guys in the next future reaction videos. Take it easy, everyone. And stay chill and relaxed. Goodbye. See you next time.